All right, so this is a review and a reaction on, I don't know, I might be mispronounce her name, so forgive me. I believe it's Waje, and basically her album is called Red Velvet. The artwork is very sensual. I'll just admit that on that part. Um, and I don't know if it's an actual photography or it's actual, one of them pen type of artwork, because I know there's some people that are that level of creative. But yeah, it's called Red Velvet. So yeah, let's get into it. So there's basically 10 tracks, and this was released back in 2018. So there's The Truth, then there's Why featuring Adekunle Gold, then there's Stupid, then there's how do you pronounce it? U-D-U-E. You Do, featuring Johnny Drill, and there's Oh My, then there's Soldier, then there's Cam Dan, then there's Be Mine, then Got Sauce, then Got Your Back. Alright, so look, as usual, I always take one song if it's in context, out of context. It is what it is, but I will just say this. When people say they got your back, it usually is a thing where it has to be seen, because there's one thing saying it and one thing actually doing it, and one thing based on perception of what they are doing, or what they're doing, if it is actually, in relation to really having your back. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's not a thing where you have to tell them to have your back by doing X, Y, Z. It's sometimes they would say things or do things, and from their perspective, they have your back. But then in hindsight, you look like, no, you didn't really have my back. Do you see what I mean? So you need to communicate on what really works. That's why, it's difficult to really say, but I will say you have to understand how to deal with your problems and your emotions effectively, and how to, I'm talking from a personal perspective, not me per se, but I'm saying from a personal perspective, just so you don't get down in the dumps just because you tried to have their back, but then it was proven that they never had their back. It's a thing of, if you click the link in the description box below where it says become a member of the Alkebulantrust, you will get access to online courses such as healthcare, and that's where you're going to learn how to strengthen your mental health, because that is absolutely key, yeah, because you might not get the reaction and feedback that you want where you thought they're gonna have your back, where you thought you had their back. Do you see what I'm saying? And even when someone says they have your back and they don't have your back, you still need to have that strong mental health, yeah, overall. All right, now back to the album. I didn't really particularly like it. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It's the production that let me down. Vocally, she levels still, but the whole production just let me down. I feel like production can actually be the make or break of a song or an album, and for me, it just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. Like, she's got a beautiful voice, but like I said, the production let me down. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10. But the link to stream the albums in the description box below. But anyway, got any questions, any topic you'd like for me to discuss on the videos, leave that in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, because you never know, the video you suggest might just be next.